This is Sonny Thomas from the Sonny Thomas Show. Find us online at sonnythomas.com, facebook.com Sonny Thomas Show, and on Twitter at Sonny Thomas Show. Also look up our pages at Truth Emerges Radio at facebook.com/Truth Emerges RDO, and on Twitter at Truth Emerges RDO. Just a quick vlog to kind of give you an update of some of the stuff that I've been seeing lately, and totally the anti-white agenda that's on in the entertainment center. The new Fear the Walking Dead. The opening episode last week was absolutely terrible. They spent an hour and a half just to remotely even get the plot somewhat rolling, and it was absolutely terrible. It was also a terrible cast. The only one that actually even looks remotely interesting is the chick that plays the one main lady's daughter. And of course, she's beside herself because of the fact that her boyfriend is black. So it turns out she's a mud shark. I've had a chance to look up the actress's name to see if maybe she's a Jew or something like that. But the bottom line is, they're constantly showing this integration between blacks and whites and browning out the white race. It's totally unacceptable. And the brother, who's the lead guy, Nick or whatever, he looks like a really bad Johnny Depp with his little half shirt, gay looking shit as a junkie, you know. It was actually pretty terrible. And of course, the wannabe stepdad is either an Indian guy or a Middle Eastern guy. And of course, obviously, he's hooking up with a middle-aged white woman. But if you look at his ex that he has a kid with, she's also white. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's kind of an agenda going on here. Some would say, well, it's Los Angeles. That's typically to be acceptable. Well, okay, yeah, it's L.A., so it's probably more likely to see that happen. But it doesn't mean it's right, you know. The cast is actually terrible. There's no one memorable at all. Maybe if the show picks up this weekend or picks up a little bit more, but otherwise it's going to be a major flop. It's right there going. Also, another show that's also very interesting is this dating naked crap. I mean, two things I see that are really bad with this. I mean, there's sure a lot of whites in this, but they're all tattooed. So they're getting tribal, absolutely tribal. It's terrible. And they're also cross-pollinating on some of the shows as well. The one that I saw last night had a white guy hooking up with this black chick named Monet, and she was actually a pretty black girl. She's got tattoos and stuff, look like chains on her and stuff like that. Not as a slavery chain, but more like a belly chain or a little bit of a tribal pattern from what I could see. It's just not very good interaction. I guess a lot of the guys all have tattoos, so they obviously look like a bunch of losers, or obviously trying to be somebody they're not. The future episode that they showed, obviously they have a black guy come in, a light-skinned black guy, and he's all over the white girl. So again, we have this constant media push to integrate interracial relationships and just everything else, and it's just absolutely unacceptable. I mean, if you have relationships that they're trying to integrate the other way around, then they make it look like it's something else. But I mean, the bottom line is it's pretty obvious there's an agenda here. So, but nevertheless, that's just one of the things I at least try to get people to look at. Some people think, well, I think you're being a little sensitive. Well, it's something to observe. It's obviously an issue. And it's an issue enough that we need to bring it up. So anyways, we as whites need to start standing up for ourselves. We were no longer going to exist. We got to stand up for the future of the white race, the white woman, and our white children, or we're never going to be around anymore. There won't be no more real diversity. The only diversity will be one common denominator, and that's a mixture of all the people. And that's just not right. God made us all different for a reason, and all our differences is what makes us who we are, nevertheless. All right, go to, again, blogtalkradio.com/Truth Emerges Radio Network, and send you back here with James Edwards of the Political Cesspool, and always enjoy his commentary and everything else. So, Salam Mahath, and we'll catch you soon, and got some really great stuff coming up here in the near future. Salud.